Welcome back to Wildcat Recap. As always, I'm Lucas Vargo.
And I'm Caedmon Foster.
We have a special edition of Wildcat Recap in the queue, as this last week was homecoming for Indiana Wesleyan University. We're going to recap all the events that happened on Friday and Saturday. Let's get into it. Homecoming weekend started off Friday night with women's basketball as they began their 2025-26 campaign. Coming off a run to the national championship game last year where they lost to Dordt University, the Wildcats opened the season as the number 10 team in the NAIA. Their first opponent was Calumet College. The Lady Wildcats started a new era after graduating 6 players, 4 of which were all-conference players. But there was no signs of slowing down as the Wildcats controlled the entire game. They put up 100 points to the Crimson Tide's 46 for a statement opening game victory. Ellie Kelleher stuffed the stat sheet with 21 points, 8 assists, and 4 steals, also going 4 of 4 from 3. Freshman Addie Hovey got a double-double in her first career game with 17 points and 10 rebounds. Defensively, the Wildcats held the Crimson Tide to 25.5% shooting from the field and also forced 29 turnovers. Head coach Ethan Whaley continues to apply relentless pressure that the Wildcats are known for.
But, the message was, hey, enjoy this. You earned the win, but also understand the season just began. This is not the Super Bowl, and we're going to number 2 and number 3 this weekend. So your preparation for those games starts tonight, Friday night. How you sleep, how you hydrate, how you recover, how you eat. And so the message was just be mature.
Wildcats start the season 1-0 in Caedmon. It is no slowing down for this Wildcat team that graduated a lot of players. And also one really cool story, you got sisters playing together.
That's
Jade
right.
and Addie Hovey.
How exciting for the two of them. I never got to play with any of my siblings on the same court or same field, so I'm super stoked that those two have that opportunity this season.
Let's check out the events on Saturday. Saturday brought us back to Lucky Arena for volleyball. Not only was it homecoming, but also senior day for the 5th-ranked volleyball team. They battled Huntington University in a competitive match that only lasted 3 sets. Set 1 was tied at 21, then Huntington won 2 straight to go up 23-21. That would force Coach Moats to call a timeout. Out of the timeout, the Wildcats scored 4 straight to get the 25-23 Set 1 victory. Set 2 was controlled by the Wildcats, winning 25-19. Set 3 required a little bit more work after a few aces. The Foresters led 15-14. Strong defense led the Wildcats on a little bit of a run, and they would win 25-21, securing the 3-set sweep. Marissa Mullins led the team with 17 kills and also 4 blocks. Kamaya Murray had 18 assists, and Katie Notter had 12 digs. Wildcats moved to 21-4 overall and 14-1 in conference play. That one loss came on Wednesday to Mount Vernon Nazarene in a surprising sweep that ended the Wildcats' 55-game Crossroads League win streak. After that action, Caedmon is shifted out to the pitch. Tell me about soccer.
That's right, Lucas. It started off on Saturday with the 9th-ranked men's soccer team also adding to the homecoming festivities after they took down the 23rd-ranked Marion Knights 1-0 in their final regular season home match. The Wildcats continued their trend of starting the matches aggressively, as it was just the 6th minute when Taha Husni scored off of a Cole Little cross to put Indiana Wesleyan in front early. Marion, however, did have a big chance to tie it up in the 14th minute with a penalty kick, but goalkeeper Caden Wolf made a huge save to preserve the Wildcats' lead. From there, it was a defensive battle as Caden Wolf was again a brick wall in goal as he recorded 5 saves in the shutout win for his 7th clean sheet on the season. Wolf leads the Crossroads League in average goals scored against, with just 0.7 goals being scored on him per game. The Wildcats increased to 10-2-4 overall and sit at 2nd in the Crossroads League standings. In the final game of the day, the 14th-ranked football team rolled past Defiance College 56-17 in front of a packed-out Wildcat Stadium. The Wildcats jumped out to an early 35-10 lead and never looked back. Quarterback Arjun Lothe continues his hot streak as he was near perfect on Saturday afternoon. Lothe threw for 383 yards and 6 touchdowns, with 2 of those being caught by star receiver Isaac Smith. Smith hauled in a total of 11 catches for 105 yards, which ties the program record for his 4th straight 100-yard game. Despite Smith's dominant performance, it was Montez Jones who led the receiving corps with 132 yards on 5 catches and 1 touchdown. On defense, the Wildcats constantly caused chaos in the backfield as Anthony Cheeseborough and Orlando Sheets tallied 1 sack each. Trey Speak and Vinci Solano led the way with 10 tackles apiece, as Solano also hauled in 1 interception. Despite all of that, it was actually the special teams who had the most standout performance on the afternoon. Kicker Josh Clifton set a new program record for all-time leading scorer with his 237th career point, sparking a mid-game sideline celebration for the Wildcats. Leo Morrow also set a program record with 110 punt return yards on only 6 punts, and Drew Dutton's 88-yard kickoff return touchdown extends his own program record in that department. Indiana Westland now moves to 6-2 overall, Lucas, after yet another dominating victory.
It was a lot of fun to watch, Caedmon, and also I want to mention the men's cross-country team. They ran early Saturday morning, and they got first place in the NAIA Great Lakes Challenge.
Good for them.
And also the women's cross-country team, they got 6th place. And I also know the women's soccer team played a really tough matchup.
That's right. They did travel down to Indianapolis on Saturday to face the 3rd-ranked Marion Knights. They lost that game by a score of 1-0, but it was a battle of the Crossroads League heavyweights. It could have gone either way. Not a bad performance from our Wildcats.
And what about coming up this week? I know there's a couple crucial soccer matches.
That's right. It is the last week for the regular season for the men's and women's soccer teams. The men's team will travel to 3rd-ranked Bethel for the regular season finale. The winner of that game, Lucas, will take the regular season crown in the Crossroads League, and they will earn the #1 seed heading into the Crossroads League tournament set to take place next week. So a lot riding on Wednesday night's game, Lucas.
I'm super excited to see those results.
It'll be a lot of fun.
And I also know Tuesday night, the men's basketball team gets things rolling with a tip-off at 7 o'clock, taking on Kuiper College. So the end of the fall sports regular season and things for the winter sports are just getting rolling. So it's a lot of fun. We're going to recap all that action. As always, I'm Lucas Vargo.
And I'm Caedmon Foster.
This is Wildcat Recap.